Tonight we are looking at the amazing Adrenalini Brothers, an animated television series created by Dan Chambers, Mark Huckabee and Nick Osler. Originally starting off as online shorts, it was eventually commissioned for a full series in 2006. The show follows a trio of traveling showmen who hail from a mysterious Eastern European country. They are called Zan, Enk and Adi, and they travel across the world to do ridiculous stunts. The show lasted for 78 segments and aired for a year on CITV and Cartoon Network. So now that we have the background, let's take a look at a couple of episodes. First up we have Saddles of Insanity. So in some desert, a tumbleweed goes by as we then see some guy get out of the toilet. He looks around as all of a sudden the brothers arrive. The cowboy can't believe it. The brothers pretend to be cowboys as they show off. Zan gets annoyed with Adi for some reason as Enk gets stuck in something. Zan goes to help as everyone then starts to gather around the van. Adi tries to lasso a bull as he then gets tangled up and taken away. The residents can't believe it as Zan is annoyed. He then spots a horse as he gets on it and rides away. Enk is still doing something as he then does lasso tricks with a big hat on. He gets caught in a windmill as he then gets taken away as the residents are more confused than I am. Enk goes flying as some people are playing cards. Enk lands in the building as the other cowboys laugh. Enk plays cards with them as everyone is suddenly scared. So Zan is still chasing Adi as he gets dragged through the desert. Zan throws a rope as he catches the bull, but all of a sudden Adi is carrying the bull as he runs along. Adi then throws the bull as he hits a rock. They laugh at the bull as the bull then calls on his friends. The duo run away as the bulls go after them as everyone is watching Enk play cards with the bad guys. The bad guys can't believe it as Enk wins the game. He then shows off as he throws all the cards up into the fan as they break. The cowboys aren't happy as at some house, we see Zan and Adi run through with all the bull chasing them as they somehow don't break the house. The couple are happy as suddenly a tumbleweed comes through and breaks the house, so the duo are still on the run as Enk is trying to dodge whatever the bad guys are throwing at him. Enk lands in the piano as he then starts playing it. The bad guy falls asleep as everyone can't believe it. They all cheer as Enk heads back to the van. All of a sudden they come back out as everyone gets scared again. It is a showdown as they pull out their cards and throw them. They cut off Enk's mustache as all of a sudden the other two arrive and run over the bad guys. They lasso up to the windmill as they save Enk. All the bulls crush the bad guys as they get locked into the toilet. The brothers get back to the van as everyone thanks them. They all cheer as they then drive off. The bad guys then strike a match in the toilet as it then explodes. The episode then ends on that note. Next up we have Knights of Ineptitude. So at some castle, some king is saying whoever slays the dragon will marry his daughter. He blows his horn as the princess says she doesn't want to get married and wants to fight the dragon herself. The king goes off as the princess is sad. The dragon then arrives as he shoots fire everywhere as the brothers are driving around. Enk hits Zan with some water as Zan can't believe it. Enk then falls into some water as they then drive into the dragon's path. They get scared of the fire as they get set alight. They drive up to the castle as the princess says brilliant. She calls out for help as the brothers say they can help her. The brothers try to impress the princess as Zan says Enk can't help as he puts him back into the van. The princess wants them to hurry up as Adi then fires himself to the castle. The princess falls out as Adi lands in the water. The princess bounces off as Enk is tidying up the van. The princess then falls into the van as Enk is annoyed. Enk then spots the tiara as he says it is very sparkly. The princess then gives him her clothes as she dashes off. The brothers then come over to the van as they spot Enk. They think he is the princess as Zan tries to kiss him. They get embarrassed as they then go off looking for the real princess. Suddenly some guards come out and take Enk away as they think he is the princess. They take him back to the king. The king doesn't spot that the princess is a fake as Enk flirts with the maids. So the other two are walking back to the van as they spot the mess inside. Enk then throws fruit from the castle as he taunts the other two. Zan and Adi rush to the castle as they get locked out. The king says they have to slay the dragon as the other two go off. So Enk is relaxing as the other two come back and try to pole vault into the castle. Enk locks them out as he laughs. The other two try again as Enk keeps stopping them. The other two then spot the wanted poster as Zan comes up with an idea. The king comes out as he spots a dragon, but it is a fake dragon as they pretend to scare the castle. Enk is not impressed as Zan goes to save the day. He kills the fake dragon as Zan boasts away. He gets kidnapped as the king allows him to marry the princess. Zan is embarrassed as he doesn't want to kiss his brother. All of a sudden the real dragon arrives and burns everyone. The brothers run away as they get back into their van. The dragon takes the van as the residents watch on. Suddenly some knight arrives as she throws her lance at the dragon. It knocks him out as they start falling towards the water. The dragon lands in the water as the brothers save themselves by flapping their wings to save the van. They land as the king is confused. Enk is then kidnapped by the knight as she then reveals herself to be the princess. Everyone is shocked as they ride off into the sunset together. Finally we have rollercoaster of wreckage. So everyone rushes into the funfair as we see kids on all the rides. We watch the kids ride the log fume as the brothers zoom on by. They do some tricks as the kids clap. Zan boasts as the brothers then go over the cliff. They zoom off as they let go of the handle and fly across the funfair. They then spot a roller coaster as some guy is trying to get them to ride the ride. He says the ride is dangerous as the brothers rush in, but Enk is too small to ride the roller coaster. The guy captures Enk as the other two ride the big roller coaster. They laugh at Enk as he is forced to ride the baby ride as Enk is annoyed. The other two are enjoying themselves as they taunt Enk. Enk is angry as the kid points out the wall is coming. Enk then gets hit as the big roller coaster is going around fast. Enk then comes up with a plan as he heads back to the van and does something on the computer. The van pulls out its hands as it begins to build something. The other two are still zooming around as they then fall off. They celebrate how great it was as they then see Enk's new roller coaster. They are surprised as they want to ride it because it looks so dangerous. They rush towards the ride as they are barred from entering. Enk only lets the kids in as he is rude to the other two, so Enk rides the ride with the kids as they go through all the danger. All the kids want to ride it as the other guy then says he is going to tamper with the roller coaster. So at night the other two still want to ride the ride as Enk says no. Enk rides the ride again as the other two cry. The other guy then goes over to tamper with the coaster as he breaks it. Enk then spots the gap as he tries to stop the coaster. He calls on his brothers as he is in trouble, but the brothers just laugh. The brothers then spot the hole as they go to save Enk. They fly off a carousel as Zan saves Enk as he gets aboard the coaster. Adi then forces himself into the gap as he grows his beard. The coaster then goes over it as Adi then falls off. He then bumps into the other coaster as he breaks it. The guy can't believe it as he is very mad. Zan saves Adi as they continue on the ride. The episode then ends on that note. In conclusion, the amazing Adrenalini brothers was a good show. It was very funny and told some very silly stories in the 7 minutes they had. I love the comedy and slapstick the show brought as this is my type of comedy, and overall I thought it was great. All three brothers were different enough and the other characters we met in each episode were all cool and unique. So overall I would recommend this one if you need a quick laugh. So thank you for watching. If you have any TV shows you like to see me do, put them in the comments.